Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good morning. Narinig niyo ako? Narinig niyo ako? 1, 2, 3 sound check. 1, 2, 3 sound check. Mga pwede pahingin ng isang phone. Yung gray sa room. Or wala pa dito. Sorry guys, parang nakalimutan ko. At dami natin ginagawa sabay-sabay. Naabol ko pa yung mga writing assignment natin. May kailangan pa akong tapusin na, my goodness, 8 to 10,000 word long paper on the Chinese Navy and the technical issues and all of that. Tapos tomorrow pa kasama pa natin. Thank you, ma. Kasama pa natin yung mga isang interesting forum na, well, to be honest, medyo known for medyo being China friendly. Let's just put it that way, yung mga kasama. But they were kind enough to reach out and insist on reaching out. And tayo naman, in the spirit of dialogue, more than happy to join them. But of course, we'll be firm in our position na talagang dapat hindi tayo magpapatalo dyan sa West Philippine Sea at hindi tayo magpapadala sa Chinese propaganda. In as much as, of course, I believe that we should make the most out of our alliance and at the same time not to be over-reliant on the United States. Kasi of course, tama naman yung ating minamahal na ambassador among others na you never know. Maybe with Trump, things will not turn out as bad, but who knows after Trump, right? Kasi talagang may isolationist streak na talagang US. This whole make America great again, MAGA, America for its own kind of tendency. Hindi mawawala yan. If anything, it will get worse, I think, if someone like J.D. Vance takes over. So for now, yes, we're happy with some development. I'll discuss those developments kasi, ayan, so finally, may F-16 deal na tayo. This is something I've been discussing for quite some time, this F-16 deal. And hopefully, soon we'll find, I don't know if you guys know, saan tayo makabili ng logo ng Philippine Air Force. Lagay natin dito because we're looking forward to get by next year, the first batch sana of F-16 fighters. It is not the most, obviously, advanced fighter in the world. I think I have an F-22 there, and Su-57, and F-35. Yeah, may F-35 ako dyan. But this is the most storied, most successful fighter jet in human history. Last time I checked, siya yung pinakamataas na kill rate. I have actually F-14 fighters, also one there, and another there. And interestingly, alam natin, mga nag-operate na F-14 fighters in the world are two countries who are magkalaban ngayon, di ba? Of course, it's US and Iran. Of course, F-14, everyone should know about it because yun yung sa Top Gun, di ba? That was the ultimate Top Gun. But F-16 fighter, guys, is the most successful, last time I checked, in terms of kill rate. So it will be a huge, huge plus for the Philippines' deterrence capability should we get it. Obviously, guys, gamitin naman natin yung utak natin, especially yung mga ka-DDS natin na naging experts sa geopolitics overnight dahil na sa isang pretentious pa-intellectual na Beijing-based charorot. This is about deterrence. This is not about fighting China. And obviously, kaya galit ang China because China doesn't want us to have any capability of their own. Gusto ng China, mahina tayo. Gusto ng China will be always a weak country. So ayaw nila na lumakas tayo. And in my opinion, we should strengthen our capabilities like any other country on earth so that re-respetuhin tayo. So that meron tayong laban when we deal with bullies. Whether it's China or whatever other country. Because if you don't have a strong military, no one respects you. This might sound like an exaggeration, but maybe no more. As you can see dun sa ating YouTube, I just uploaded this conversation I had with two European experts from the Konrad Adenauer Stiftung. It's just on my YouTube right now. You can check it out. Kung saan pinag-usapan natin how Europe is somehow a quiet superpower, as Professor Moravchik of Princeton University said it, and how Europe is waking up, and how Europe is gonna start standing up not only to Trump but standing up for itself vis-a-vis Russia and other international threats. So, marami tayong pag-usapan. So, as I said, there are people there who have zero idea about us, who don't even bother to check our background. They think na, lang tayo, nagpapatawa lang tayo na vlogger, and all of that. But guys, we do serious stuff. And you're more than free to check some of the serious stuff. By the way, salamat sa lahat ng mga nag-member sa ating YouTube channel. By the way, there are options whereby you can have exclusive content just for your members. So soon we might transition to that. So some of the lectures, mga medyo, hindi naman highbrow, but more than just your average or ordinary metas, we're gonna upload exclusively for members. So far, hindi pa ganun kadaming members natin, but still, thank you so much sa lahat ng mga kameta natin who have joined our membership sa YouTube. Hindi siya libre, but at the price of just one, I don't know, pick up coffee, you can be a member. So we have even an option of live only for members. So we will introduce that because we want to incentivize. No, actually not incentivize. We want to actually say thank you dun sa mga tao na nag-effort maging member ng community natin. I have nothing against people who are not in a position or are unwilling to subscribe, but I'm just saying, yung mga nag-subscribe naman, I think they deserve a special gratitude. Aside from, of course, shoutout sa lahat ng mga community supporters natin, lahat ng mga kasama sa community natin. By the way, let me check, di ba? Meron tayo dito. I think the list should be there. I hope you don't get mad if I mag-shoutout tayo, mag-thank you tayo sa members ng ating community. I don't know how many they are, but at least I will try to shout out as many as possible, especially in the future. Dahil po, we have to level up na, magpo-professionalize na tayo nito. So, thank you so much guys again sa lahat ng mga nag-member, sumuporta, and as I said, maybe soon we will transition into a situation whereby we'll have not only content but also live interviews. Who knows, with some people you love, some people you look up to, that will be exclusively, of course, for dun sa ating mga members. So thank you so much again sa mga members natin. Thank you sa inyong lahat. Really appreciated. Dahil, it's not the amount. As I said, isang pick-up coffee lang, you can be a member. Very minimal lang amount ang hiningi natin. But the whole idea is that, we want to see the love. We want to see the support. We want to see whether naniwala din kayo dito sa ating maliit na atikain. As I said, our day job is really writing those long essays, long papers on geopolitics, on economics, among other things. But increasingly, of course, naging super demanding na itong vlogging vocation natin. Diba? Imagine, kahapon, of course, kasama natin si Kristan. I shared some of the snippets of our conversation there, our engagements there. Nakita niyo ba live? Some of the others I released in my new video, election campaign Kristan video. You can check it out. It's just under 10 minutes of more than of hours of campaign we had on the ground dyan sa, was it District 1 I think, of Mandaluyong. Shout out of course dun sa mga volunteers ni Kristan, and shout out kay Kristan for doing great job and being so patient and so loving and so patriotic. And really going house to house talaga, pressing the flesh one by one. So yun ang gusto ko naman sa pagiging vlogger natin. Nakakapagod dahil kasabay ito rin mga day job natin, mga seryosong bagay. You don't get invitations all around the world in top universities as a vlogger. I get that because of my work in political science and international relations, and to a certain degree also in development and economics related issues. So not to mention democracy, populism, those very much issues. So nevertheless, I'm super thankful dito sa ating vlogger vocation, which started over the past 2-3 years, and super thankful of course guys dito sa ating community of supporters, community of kametas, among others who have consistently guys been standing by us and making sure na hindi tayo mag-give up, diba? So ito, shoutout lang tayo ng konti dun sa mga ating mga members. Thank you so much again. As I said, it's not the amount, but it's the thoughtfulness. Parang Valentine's gift yan diba? It's not the siguro dun sa iba, mahalaga gaano ka mahal yung mapaki-off nga yung internet nyo, nagagaw yata tayo ng internet dito. Slow down. It's not it's not the amount of parang yung parang sa Baguio kami, naliligo kami. Yung tubig, wala nang tubig sa naliligo na, biglang naliligo ka na walang tubig dahil naghuhugas ng pinggan yung kabila, yung mga ganyan buha. Ganon kami sa quote unquote Southern Europe Benguet. Pero at least ang kagandahan naman sa Baguio is it's a very egalitarian society, kaya proud na proud ako dyan. So go ahead, troll me as much as you can, but I'm always going to be proud of Baguio. It's not perfect, but we have one of the most, if not the most egalitarian urban centers, highly developed urban centers in the entire country. So thank you kay Riza Oraya, Sam Desonio, Nedi, Maria Abalon, Vicky Chan, AMCL, Garrison Bonacua. Sorry if I get some of the names wrong. Ayan, thank you very much kay Zap, Letty Pennington. Yan, thank you so much. Ricky Belgica. Hindi naman kayo related dun sa mga Belgica na yung isang Belgica, di ba? Nagsulat pa ng letter sa kay Vladimir Putin, di ba? Humingi ng tulong kay Vladimir Putin para iligtas si Tatay Digong. Thank you kay Letty, kay Athena Ocampo. Ba't nagaganon to? Naglo-load kasi siya eh. So marami pa yata. Hans Herrera, Melissa, George Gaskell. Yung iba kasi mga ano eh, Mastermind Group. Yan, Pathbreakers, Amy. But wait lang. Naglo-load pa ako. Biglang it goes down again. Wait lang guys. 1 second. Ayan, baba natin ulit. Ayan. Amy, Live Love Life. Ayan, si Ma'am Noemi Tablada of course. Si Ma'am, ayan, si Riz Annie. Ito talaga mga ano to eh, mga veterano. Ma'am Jocelyn, yan, mga top supporters natin yan. Thank you so much to and through. Naglo-load kasi ito nang naglo-load kaya nawawala. Anyway, isa-isayin natin throughout time. Thank you so much again sa lahat ng mga nag-member sa atin. Looking forward to having more of you joining us throughout the years and months. Sana naman sa, I don't know, million followers natin or at least 150,000 followers na sa YouTube. Kahit naman sana yung 1,000. Sana less than 1% ay maging member. Alam ko naman na Ilocano naman ako. I know we want everything free but sometimes it won't hurt if you support people who are doing the right thing. Alright, so maraming salamat. Thank you very much guys. Again, sa lahat ng suporta nyo. Very, very much appreciated. Can you check yung internet sa room? Bakit parang naglalag itong isa? Sorry guys, naglalag yung YouTube ko. I don't know what's going on dito sa YouTube ko. Okay ba kayo dyan sa YouTube? Nakikita niyo ba ako? Alright, medyo naglalag lang yung sa YouTube. So I'm just making sure that people are following. Again, thank you so much again sa inyo. Sorry na lang, baka yung iba ayaw nila mapa-shoutout kasi baka, don't worry about this trolls and all guys. No much yung mga trolls. Right? They, you know, nag-all in na sila nung isang week. Wala pa rin, di ba? Kasi kaya palaban talaga tayo eh. Hindi tayo magpapa-api o hindi tayo magpapa-bully, hindi tayo we bully the bullies, we troll the trolls. That's what we do. But anyways, going back to yung discussion natin kanina, one of the things I appreciated as a vlogger is etong oportunidad na talagang ma-meet natin ang yung mga talagang, really, be there on the ground, join the campaigns. Mahirap talaga guys. Lalong-lalo nang init na ngayon. Grabe. And I'm not saying this dahil taga Baguio ako. I think even yung mga hindi taga Baguio or yung mga sanay sa init, sasabihin nila talaga, ang init talaga. Especially kung mga 3 p.m. ka magsimula. So talagang believe na believe ako dun sa mga, hindi lang politiko, but especially mga volunteers. You know, people who are doing this for free. And taos puso at galing sa puso nila na sumusuporta sa mga candidates. So shoutout dun sa mga volunteers ni Kristan na talagang sa tapat ng araw or at least habang mainit-init pang panahon, sinamahan siya, alley to alley. Ayan, konya na naman tayo. Good morning. No, talagang going from one escanida to another escanida, one sari-sari store to another sari-sari store, from one table of people having beer and enjoying their weekend to another. Yung iba nga, takot ako, baka maano sila eh, baka sabi ko, baka mairita sila sa amin kasi nag-enjoy sila ng Sunday nila. So, pasensya na lang. But God knows, no? Even Jesus said, diba, that on Sabbath day, God always welcomes you doing good things. So, diba, remember yung debate niya with the Pharisees, sabi ng Pharisees, dapat bawal lang doing anything on the Sabbath day. But Jesus was very clear that if you're doing something good on Sabbath day, in fact, nothing should stop you from doing good. Any day should be a day to do something good. And tayo po ay naiwala talaga sa ginagawa ni Christian because I know that person really loves his community, loves his country. The fact that, as I said, tumakbo siya for quite a humble position. High risk, not much reward in terms of prestige and resources, but a lot of reward in terms of his patriotic spirit. Kaya mahal natin si Christian, and Christian I think is the perfect embodiment of a Chinoy who is as patriotic as you can get. And as I always said, ang pagiging Pinoy po ay hindi nasa kulay, although lahat naman tayo natan ngayon dahil sa init. Hindi po ito sa tangos ng ilong or hindi tangos ng ilong, hindi po ito sa kulay ng mata or kulay ng buhok or kung kung bato ka, whatever. Yung shine ng you get what I'm saying? Or yung bigote mo or wala kang bigote or may beard ka, hindi. Wala yung pagka-Pinoy dyan eh. Kaya kung titingnan mo yung ating mga yung libro na Brains of the Nation, on this side, you will see Pedro Paterno na mukhang Chinoy, you can see Isabela de los Reyes na mukhang Ilocano, and then you will see Taverna who looks completely Caucasian, Espanyol, right? He studied medicine in Paris, right? So makikita mo yung founding fathers natin, ay Caucasian, uh, Ilocano, Malay race, and Chinoy. Right? So this is what I always say. Kaya yung mga nagsabi na ang Pinoy ay ganito, ganyan, napaka-ignorante po na sasabihin na racial category po ang pagiging po. Hindi po tayo racial category. We are Pinoy because of our love for our country, because of our birthplace, because of our cultures, traditions, whether from North of Philippines, whether from Mindanao or Visayas. Ang pagiging Pinoy po ay hindi na sa kulay, hindi sa anong pangalan mo or ganito ganyan. Kaya dun sa mga ibang kaibigan natin who are trying to say, oh, ito tunay na Pilipino, ito hindi. Ito lang masasabi natin. Let's look at our patriotic credentials. More than happy to compare notes. Let's go. Anyway, going back to this, guys, congratulations, of course. Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, congratulations to General Torre. Oh my God, I mean, ang sarap talagang mga nangyayari. Ang sarap talagang nangyayari. Imagine mo, guys, General Torre, one step closer, guys. One step closer to becoming the next PNP chief. And for me, even if he doesn't become the next PNP chief, basically, he's gonna be the most popular, police officer, general. And I think once he retires, and much deserved retirement ang makukuha niya, I am more than happy to see General Torre throwing his hat into the ring. I mean, he has other things he could throw into the ring, pero and I'm more than sure na General Torre daming mga tuwa kung he runs for a national office, right? And actually I encourage him to run for national office rather than a local position. The reasons I can explain, but anyway, and as I said, yung mga katulad ni Amy Marcos na parang ineche puwera lang si Nicolas Torre, I think if we were to have a survey today, I would say Nicolas Torre has 10 times more chance of becoming a senator than Amy Marcos, except he's not running in this race, right? And so, ibang klase. So congratulations. It's good to see good people doing well. It was great to see Chris Tan yesterday in action. Naka-shorts lang and naka-t-shirt. Kaya palang payat-payat niya. Sobrang trim na trim yung katawan niya. Kasi grabe talaga. It's really exercise, guys. Sobrang nakakapagod. In fact, we were lucky na hindi ganun kainit at the time that we were going yung talagang street by street. Pero nevertheless, guys, yung humidity, talagang summer na di ba? And talagang one by one, talking to everyone. Ako, mostly mga kabataan yung makausap na. Kasi lahat ng kabataan pupunta sa akin dahil dami kong dalang mga dami kong dalang mga gadgets, tatlong camera, ganun. So, thank you sa mga hospitality ng mga kaibigan natin sa Mandaluyong, among others. Yun lang, medyo siguro yung ating damit na Formula 1, I'm not sure if it was the most appropriate, but I don't know. I think it was good. Kasi mukha naman akong mekaniko ni Kristan. No, I'm just kidding. But joking aside, guys, yeah, it was intense. It was intense. And joking aside, guys, I really appreciate that effort. Just to be clear, I did join campaigns in the past, especially when I was just a junior staffer. Back in 2010, I think I did some campaign and I distributed back then some flyers for some candidates na niniwala ako sa kanila naman na progresibo. That candidate didn't make it in 2010, but that candidate made it in 2016 and 2022. And I hope that candidate will run for the presidency or vice presidency in 2020. I think you can guess who was that candidate if ever you didn't catch yung name reveal natin ginawa dun sa live edition natin. But anyway, back then I was not in the media. So as you know, because nasa media tayo, we're really discouraged from openly endorsing anyone. So talagang it was quite an exception for me just to be part of that campaign. But just to be clear, hindi ako officially or even functionally part of anyone's political campaign. And I strictly follow that kind of non-partisan position. Now, hindi ko nakasalanan kung purong kapalpakan or EJK at mga Mari Grace Piatos ang ginagawa ng ibang politiko. Well, we're gonna call that out. That's not partisanship. That's calling out incompetence and corruption and mass murder. Alright? There's nothing partisan about that. It's real talk. Alright? And that's what we do. Now, speaking of real talk, puya ka siya. Oh my goodness. Vico Sotto. My man. He was even more impressive than I thought. To be honest, that was actually the first time na talagang nakita ko si Vico Sotto na talagang nagsi-speech and all of that. Nakakatuwa kasi Vico Sotto was sitting next to Mark Gamboa and I was in the crowd and trying to call Mark and say, andito ako, kasi Mark was looking for me. And then yung nakapansin agad sa akin is I think na-caught yan. If you watch yung live, you'll see that si Mayor Vico, akala niya siya yung kausap ko, and then nag-hi-hi siya. Kamusta? Kamusta? Thank you for coming. Tapos hindi ikaw, yung katabi mo. Sabi ko, sorry, hindi ikaw ang kausap ko, yung katabi mo, di ba? So biglang nagets ni Mayor Vico na si Mark ang hinanap natin. Shoutout kay Mark, also of course running for Senate. Yan ang disruptor in chief naman natin. And ito na lang masasabi ko, si Mark ay kasama natin for the past 3 years, and after thousands of hours we have spent together, including with Ronald Llamas and other great folks, including Kristan, he knows his stuff, alright? He knows his stuff, and definitely I'll put him above, out of 60 candidates, I'll put him above, I don't know, at least 50 candidates out there. But anyway, thank you so much also kay Mark Camboga, yung kaibigan natin, who encouraged me to drop by Vico Sotto's event kanina because I had no regrets whatsoever. Napakagaling, napakahusay, napaka oh my goodness, how can I put it? Alam mo yung sinasabi ni Gandhi na Satyagraha, yung truth force, yung sublime feeling na meron ka, yung confidence na meron ka, pag alam mo tama yung ginagawa mo, yung hindi siya yabang hindi siya hindi lang siya self-esteem lang or confidence lang. It's something else. It's almost spiritual, right? Yung idea na alam mo tama yung ginagawa mo, and then accordingly you're willing to take on anyone. Because alam nyo guys, Vico Sotto has been at the receiving end of tremendous amount of trolling, something that I'm very familiar with. But obviously the difference between the two of us, among many other things, is that of course he's a government official. He cannot do what I do, which is, ako kasi, I know, many people say, di ba, taga-media ka, no? But, ako, you troll me, akala mo sino ka. Dito, troll din kita, di ba? In fairness to that guy, he has been just absorbing all the trolls and attacks and all of that. And because of course, government official siya, he has to really take the punches dahil, of course, he's in a position of responsibility. So, unfortunately, kasama yan. So, sobrang taas ang respeto ko kay Vico Sotto for holding out, and in fact, not only holding out, but thriving in the midst of all of that trolling, among other things. Let me just play a part of his speech that, kasi kanina guys, grabe, tatlo yung hawak ko eh. So, one for YouTube, one for Facebook, and then at the same time, meron akong hawak for yung aking 4K for my YouTube, na parang yung pocket lang. So, I had 3 essentially instruments at my hand, and I had to hold that for like 1 hour. So talagang parang talaga talagang physically demanding siya, to be honest. Thankfully lang hindi gano'ng kainit kanina, so I was able to and I was able to catch the beautiful golden hour. Grabe, ang ganda pala yung bridge. Guys, ang ganda yung bridge pala dyan sa Pasig, at sarap pala mag-jog dyan. Dami nag-jog dyan. Shoutout dun sa mga kuya na nag-guard dyan, napakabait nila, tumulong sila sa akin to kumuha ng Grab kasi wala tayong So, hindi ito plastikan lang. You can see naman, in fairness kay Mayor Vico Sotto, he was very gracious, and he was very, very kind and all of that. God willing, after election na lang siguro, no rush naman we'll have a proper sit down with him, conversation and all, nag bro pa kami. Ayan, bromance tawag dyan guys, bro. I mean, normal lang sa akin, even with Chris ganun. So, wag niyong gawin ng issue yan. Yung iba dyan, talagang mga tao. No, but let me go to a part of his speech that I really like.
Procedure. Ikaw ay arkitekto. Standard operating procedure. Ikaw ay arkitekto, merong SOP sa trabaho mo. O ikaw ay engineer, doktor, teacher. Natin yung mga proseso ng mga SOP.
SOP yung mga corruption, gano'n.
Yung tinatawag na SOP ay automatic na kickback sa mga opisyalis. Yan po ay open secret sa gobyerno. Sinasabi yung iba, 20%, 30%, pero nakakalungkot na babalitaan natin yung mas malaki pa. Sa Pasig mula 2019, tinanggal natin yan.
Yes!
Kung meron man akong pwedeng...
Nakisama pa ako eh. Diba, I mean, come on, I agree with what the guy is saying. Hindi man bawal yan.
Yung po ay kaya kong tumingin mata sa mata kahit kanino. Kaya kong sabihin na kahit 1 piso hindi ako tumanggap sa mga big bank. ano naging resulta? Kasi sa umpisa nyo, mahirap po talaga magpakilala ng pagbabago. Yung mga iba, hanggang ngayon, gusto tayong ibalik sa mga lumang kalakaran. Yung mga iba, gusto tayong ibalik dun sa lumang kalakaran. Bakit? Eh, baka mas nakikinabang kasi sila dun sa mga lumang kalakaran.
Love na this.
Maaaring sila yung dating nakaupo, maaaring hindi sila nakaupo, pero sila yung kontratista. Alam niyo na po yun. Mas komportable, mas masaya sila dun sa lumang style. Pero alam na natin yung style na yun ay ayaw na po natin ibalik doon. Sa Pasig, diretso lang ang tingin natin. Mula 2019, marami tayong nagawa. Nabutan tayo ng pandemya, pero hindi naman tayo nagpabaya ng panahon ng pandemya. Diba? Nagtrabaho tayo, ginawa natin ang lahat ng mga kaya natin, tuloy yung programa ng pamahalaan, hanggang sa mga kinakailangang ayuda, yung mga panahon na yun. Nagbigay pa nga ng, galing naman yan sa LGU, di naman yan galing sa akin, pero nagtrabaho po tayo para maging posible, pati yung supplemental SAP natin, naalala po ninyo? Ginawa po natin ang lahat ng mga kaya natin. Fast forward ng konti, natapos ang pandemya, 2022. Kung mapapansin po ninyo, parang mas gumanda pa lalo ang servisyo natin mula 2022. Alam niyo po kung bakit? Kasama dyan yung pandemya, sige, natapos kasi. Pero yung mas malaking dahilan ay dahil binigyan niyo ako na mas matitibay na kasangga sa ating konseyo.
Yun ang maganda, guys.
Hindi na natin kailangan mag-isip, hindi na natin kailangan pag-isipan. Kasi congressman natin, bukod sa
Teamwork eh. Yun ang maganda sa kanina. Emphasize yung teamwork, guys.
Hindi naman sa magsalita kanina, ang halata naman po, kung ano yung trabaho ng congressman, talagang ginagawa niya. Hindi naman kailangan natin sabihin. Basahin niyo po yung boletos na pick, ha? Lagi niyo po nakapik. Total, nakapik naman kayo natin. Basahin niyo po yung boletos, ha? Nandun lahat ng accomplishments at mga pati mga ibang panukala ng ating Congressman Roman Romulo. Pero noong 2022, tinulungan niyo po ako, binigyan niyo ako ng mga kasama na hindi lang dahil sa kakampi. Sa totoo lang yung mga kasama natin sa Gini na Pasig, hindi naman lahat sila mga akala niyo magkakaibigan kami dati. Hindi po. Pag may nag-a-apply at maraming nag-a-apply sa Gini ng Pasig para maging konsehal doon, pati Vice Mayor, wala pa si Vice Mayor doon. Pero alam niyo yung una kong tinatanong sa kanila, ba't niyo ba gusto maging konsehal? Ano bang tingin niyo meron dyan? Kasi kung ang pakay ninyo, kung ang gusto ninyo, kaya niyo gusto maging konsehal, dahil tingin niyo, sa pagiging konsehal ay kakapal ang inyong wallet, kaya hindi kayo bagay sa Gini ng Pasig.
Yun, okay talaga guys. Ang ganda kasi, well, mahaba yung speech but this was one of the highlights na nakuha natin. Habang kaya makita minsan nagbabanking kasi inayos-ayos ko pa yung gano'n para mo. Anyway, ang kagandahan kasi ng ginawa ni Vico was to emphasize na this is not only about him, this is not only about the past, it's also about the future. At kasama dyan yung mga kasangga niya, mga konsal niya. And actually, well, I think it's quite natural for Vico to consider national office once it's done. God willing, if he, if comes out, if the right person wins in this election cycle, he's gonna run for the highest office, not highest office, higher office. Senate, I think yung highest na kaya na because he's not gonna be qualified, he's not gonna be 40 years old yet by the next presidential election cycle. So he cannot run for VP or presidential, but he can run for Senate, or he can be considered as DILG secretary, if I'm not mistaken, hindi ata kailangan na 40 years old, right? So he can be considered for a very top cabinet position or can run for Senate. But in the meantime, ang focus na is Pasig. Ang focus niya is to train the next generation, and focus niya is to get his team in a position of solidity and robustness para ituloy nila yung kanyang legacy, especially beyond his 3 terms na matatapos by 2028. Because alam mo naman sa ating bansa, sa daming problema, 3 years, 6 years, even 9 years may not be enough. You may need more than a decade, if not decades, to solve the problem. So yun ang kagandahan sa style ni Vico Sotto, in-emphasize din niya yung teamwork. So I really suggest you guys to check out yung live natin, and then tomorrow or sometime within this week, i-upload din natin yung video natin of the event, and yung what Vico said, and also some of our reflections about that, right? Live from the location. And then God willing, the near future, siguro sit down na lang tayo one-on-one with the good mayor to talk about this, as we also reach out to other good mayors and good officials all across the country. And yes, hopefully, ewan ko dun sa mga persona trapos, pero dun sa mga non-persona trapos, among others, more than happy to see them. Yung mga persona trapos, more than happy to boycott you. Go ahead. Let's boycott each other. No thanks, not interested, right? Thank you so much. Maraming salamat, guys. So I have to go to my next appointment, among others. Marami tayong gagawin, but I felt importante na talaga we have this intervention. And as I said, nakaka-inspire talaga. It's always inspiring to see other young Filipinos who truly believe in what they do, who are competent, and who are standing by the mission, the promise, and the aspirations that propelled them to power. And sana tuloy-tuloy lang to. At as I said, once upon a time there was a Jesse Robredo, then came a Vico Sotto, who learned from the experience of Jesse Robredo, and then hopefully one day there'll be another generation who will learn from what Vico Sotto does. So when you do good things, it also echoes throughout time. And when you do good things that echo across time, you inspire new generation of people who may end up being even better than you, right? Even more effective than you. And siguro naisip ko na yung DLG Secretary because naging DLG Secretary rin si Jesse Robredo. And in the case of Jesse Robredo, sadly we were not able to have the privilege of having him as our presidential candidate due to the tragedy. But Lenny has done her best to continue that legacy. In the case of Vico Sotto, God willing, tuloy-tuloy lang to. And God willing, hindi lang si Vico Sotto yung ating inspiration. Hopefully there will be more and more people like him, because we have to get rid of this medieval mindset, this ancient mindset na one person alone can save the country. That's what got Duterte into power, and that's what got the Philippines into trouble. We have to get over that. We need great leaders, but we need great leaders who have a belief in great teamwork, and who have a belief in institution building, and who have a belief in good governance. And that's one thing that people like Vico Sotto have been so eloquently, effectively, and inspiringly embodying over the past 6 years. And as things stand, who knows, another 3 years, and after that, at a national level, at a level that I think the Filipino people will have even more hope dito sa ating bansa. So thank you so much, guys, sa inyong pagmamahal, sa inyong suporta. Thank you so much sa lahat ng mga community members natin sa YouTube. Feel free to join our YouTube little community there, as we also transition to provide community specific or community exclusive content, because I think we that's the least I can do to say thank you dun sa mga tao na iwala sa atin, who are willing to put at least 50 pesos, 100 pesos aside to be a member of our community. Again, as I said, it's not the amount. What is important here is the thoughtfulness, it's the commitment, and also to say na you can be actually quite a successful vlogger without having to do what the Russian guy is doing, diba? The Russian guy na kukulungan. Ewan ko na kung mag-vlog pa siya from inside jail, but ewan ko. But yun ang problema natin eh. Ang daming sumisikat dyan by doing the worst of things. What we want to show here is that actually you can have following, and you can have influence, and you can have good following and good influence and high quality followers, right? At yun, dun talaga tayo proud sa mga high quality followers natin. Dun naman sa mga low quality haters natin, critics natin, dun sa mga medyo corny, yung mga iba na clownish, na hindi nila gets, we combine humor, we combine light-hearted moment interventions. Dun sa mga shallow na people who cannot see, who cannot read in between the lines. Well, we use that dark humor, among other things, sometimes just to soften the edge. But at the end of the day, we are here to do serious things, and we're here to cover serious people, and we're here to learn how to push the Philippines to become an even more prosperous and serious country, if I can put it that way, right? You know exactly what I mean by being serious, right? Thank you so much. God bless. God bless the Philippines. Mabuhay ka, Mayor Vico. Mabuhay ka, Kristan. Mabuhay ang lahat ng mga champions of good governance, at mabuhay kayo for continuing to believing in us, praying for us, and showing your goodwill, love, and support. Salamat, and talk to you soon.